After solving the problem, he sat on the bed and opened his phone. He didn't have recent conversations with you. The old one was long ago. He knew the reason why he's not contacting you. That's because residential uncle had told him, give her space. The best way to make her feel empty was not to appear in front of her all day long. It will make her miss you. It's quite reasonable cause he had gone crazy for you, walking around you and thinking, but what about that woman? He had not appeared in front of you. Will you miss him? He sighed in his heart. Jungkookff, what are you thinking? You clearly know that these methods cannot be used on this woman. What kind of stupidity you are doing? The heartless women like her, suitable for swift and decisive, to possess her and not let her think about another man. He, John Jungkook, is going to ease on that woman. That's why women taking him lightly. Very next day, it was jet lag at late night. That's why you got insomnia and sleepless. It was only a phone call that made you think about various reasons and lost your sleep. It's obvious that you are concerned about him and his surroundings that affect you so greatly. You looked at yourself in the mirror and messed up your hair, then sighed. John Jungkook, I hate you. You took quick shower and do makeup. Forget it. It was just a man. You, Kim Sarang, didn't lack any suitors. Why would you stay single for such a man? After wearing formal dress, you walked to your son. Did you pack all your belongings? You hand him his lunchbox. Thank you, mummy. You smile. Welcome, my baby. Go and put your shoes. I will come quickly. He ran with his little legs, but then stops. Aunt Nini, you walked. What are you doing? Mummy, why Aunt Nini sleeping here? You stopped to look at the women sleeping on the sofa. Jenny, you poke her cheek. Let me sleep for a while. She slowly opened her eyes and saw two pair of mother and son staring at her curiously. When did you come back? Why you're sleeping on the sofa instead of room? She rubbed her hair. I had dinner night with Theo, so I came late and find it comfortable to sleep here. Don't stare me like this. You narrowed your eyes. You came back late. How late? Ronnie will be late for school. She stood up and walked towards her room. I will apply for leave today. I want to rest. And she closed her room. You and Rovon blinked, looking at each other. Let's go. You have no mood to work today and just sit there in days. Some of your co-worker inform you that someone from Blue Sky Company has came to have chat with you about work. You let them sit in the waiting room and prepare to meet. It was Jung Han. You still recalled what he had said that day at cake shop. He's not Jungkook's big brother and he wanted to compete fairly with him because he liked you. When he called you softly and stood up smiling gently, you let your employee go and walked to the waiting room. I wonder if Director Yoon has any work to discuss with me. Can't I come here without any work? His eyes are bright. I believe in your ability. You raised your brow frowning. So you didn't came here to discuss about work? He shook his head. Seeing you're not in good mood, I want to ask you for lunch. You didn't think and rejected him. No need, you can go back. It's working time and Director Yoon better don't waste your time on it. You prepare to leave. He quickly catch up with you. Do you hate me? Can't you stay for a minute? You stopped walking and reminded him, Director Yoon, how am I supposed to leave the company if I stay here and chat with you without any work? He smiled and scratches his back of head. If that's the case, as long as it's not work time. You looked at him. What do you mean? He raised his hand to watch the time. It's almost time for lunch break. Do I have honor to invite you for lunch today? Director Yoon, you. I will wait till your work finished. We will not talk about personal matter here. He gets some excuses and it's hard to refute in this way. Then I will go for work first. Yes, go. He reached out to touch your head, but you back away and nodded, leaving him there. Junghan's eyes turned deep, and coldness flashed on his gentle eyes. Jungkook, why don't we try and see who can get her first? This time, I won't lose to you. Gosh, how much you wanted to refuse Junghan and let him be angry and broke the contract, but you can't. Just do that when he's polite with you. Let's eat. Anyway, it's time for you to open up yourself and get man. How long you will go solo? But you didn't completely trust him. It's normal for you, but when you think that he and Jungkook were in bad terms and you were actually with Jungkook, major trust issues rose on him. Who knows what he's planning to compete with Jungkook? Why, it's you who became sacrifice between them. Thinking of this, you check the phone, expecting to get some text from him, but there is none. He didn't even react on it. Since last night until now, is he still carrying sweet fragrance in that warm place? Women in his arm as he carrying her to the bed. A scene appeared in your mind and you clenched your fists. What the hell? You were thinking. You were so angry. No wonder he suddenly went overseas without saying anything. It turned out he went to have private meeting with women. Your headache and curse yourself. Why would you think about him? You have nothing to do with him. He can do whatever he wants and be with whomever he wants. He's not your husband, not your lover, not your man. And what was that? What's wrong with you? He's single and who he wanted to be was his own wish. Then why he came to flirt with you? What kind of relationship you have with him? You don't understand what you are doing and thinking. You pinched the space between your brows. Why you became so annoying? If he didn't cherish, then why would you be with him? You usually don't enjoy others' company in hesitation. As for Junghan, both of you keep good distance and walked one front another behind. He is concerned about your weight and bring you to good restaurants to eat. After getting out of the car, Junghan walked with you. He seems regular customer there as many workers greet him. It's seeing first time Mr. Yoon bringing his girlfriend. You frowned when waiter made comment. Junghan didn't deny it. Sorry, I'm not his girlfriend. You looked at waiter unhappily. Person was embarrassed and smiled awkwardly. I'm sorry, she's not my girlfriend yet. Junghan interrupted, smiling. A simple sentence made you and waiter resolved from awkwardness and both order foods. For a woman who have child, she doesn't care if the man is good to her or not. But what she cares was if that guy could treat her child good. That's how your cases are. You care about your wound and his happiness. For a man who didn't wish to have their own child, who would take care of another person's child? Moreover, Junghan and Jungkook have grudges between that words couldn't spoke. If Junghan wanted to be with you, isn't it would be harm for Rowoon, cause Rowoon look alike Jungkook? Are you afraid that I will be bad to him? And conversation going on that topic of him want to be with you. Junghan was indeed a man who was easy to talk with. His EQ was very high. He knew what to say and what to do. He's not impulsive doing things. He is calm. If such a person were to be together, it would be very comfortable because he would think of everything for you, whether it was love or marriage. Unfortunately, you didn't have that kind of feelings for him. No matter how much comfortable you get, life will be dull and tasteless. You wanted to tell him not to waste his time and get better, girl. You don't know in the past which part of you attracted him so much that he even waited for you for long. What should you do? Under the building of Moon Company, there is car park. Are not you going to rest for a while? After returning, he directly asked Minho to drove to your company. He didn't sleep well for a few days. It had been weeks since he last saw that woman. So he decided to surprise you and attack you. He didn't know what kind of reaction you would have, but he's very excited to wrap you around his arms. Minho rarely have this type of feeling that made him attracted to women. Women, are they really that attractive? Minho's thought of a woman's face, his crush back then, but suddenly his vision drifted out and the lady's innocent face entering his eyes. His women always be waiting for him to come back with his child, will smile and have fun with him. She made his life change a lot. 2 months to go and Minho will hold his child and be a father. The moment he entered inside the elevator, Hyo-yeon, one of the designers, stopped him. Mr. John, our CEO is out of the company right now. Can you wait for a minute? She will be back soon. He looked at her with his sharp gaze and thought of you. He didn't sleep for a whole night to rush back into country just to see that woman. And how shameful it would be if he leave without seeing. She is not in the company. Obviously, he even look after you at your apartment and it was locked. So he came into company, but now you're not in the company. That made his brows hurt. She's out to talk about work, she informed. Can Mr. John wait inside CEO's office? She knew that this person is very important and she had seen you with him before, but sudden thought of you going out with another CEO of Blue Sky Company made her frown. If Jungkook is here, then probably he came to look after you. Can you tell me where she went? I actually don't know which place. Can Mr. John wait for her? Waiting for her? Of course, it's yes. And yes for him. He can wait for that woman for the rest of his life. Dishes were well served and Junghan treated you so kindly. I can't eat more. He was offering you so many food to eat and you can't eat that in once. You still have much time to go back to work. Why you're so much in hurry? You pursed your lips. I'm kinda tired and wanted to rest after lunch. So will director you mind? He was stunned, then he actually laughed. It was my negligence. I will take you back then. He wiped his mouth and stood up. No, no need. Director Yoon, I can go by myself. You should enjoy your meal in peace. He stood up anyway and decided to send you back. So you went to washroom to refresh while he paid the bill. You're surprised seeing him there waiting for you. His eyes darkened a little, seeing you did some light makeup to present yourself as a professional business worker. I missed the little girl you used to be. He reached out to rub your head. Director June, my hair. You didn't like when someone messed up your hair while patting your head. It made you feel like owner pampering his little puppy. But he had already put his hand on your head. You didn't have time to dodge. He just lightly patted. Fool, you are perfect without makeup. You smiled awkwardly as he patted you in public. You didn't expect him to be like this. You were about to step back, but he took the initiative to retreat his hand as if he's avoiding the topic of him, persuading you, and walked forward asking about your career in design and drove towards your company. You are not very likely to talk with him, so you pretend to sleep as he drives. After 15 minutes, he drove car smoothly to the entrance of your company. But car slowed down when Jonghan saw familiar plate number car was parked there. It made his eyes squint. He came back so soon. You're not actually sleeping. You just close your eyes to avoid awkward situation with Jonghan. After all, you can't sleep peacefully inside his car. So when car slowed down, you opened your eyes and saw the building of your company in front and preferred to leave. Your action of car opening was hurried. That made Jonghan off the engine and get out of car towards your side. I can get down myself. He held the door for you and smiled. I will walk you to upstairs. You looked at him in surprise. Director Yoon, I see you seem sleepy. I don't trust you to go upstairs alone right now. You reached out to rub your eyes. The unconscious action of yours made Jonghan attached. Let's go. You followed him, but unfortunately, figure is down. Eva, you're back. I have something to talk to you. You frowned. What it is? It's Hyoyeon, one of your designer. She looked at Jonghan. Thank you, Director Yoon's hospitality. I will bring her upstairs. Hyoyeon is by your side, so he didn't insist to send you and smile. Well, then I will come to pick you up after work and we will go to pick up Rowoon to have dinner together. Your expression changed. There is no need. It's decided. He walked out and you looked at his back with some headache. Why this man is like this? After thinking, you looked at Hyoyeon. Why are you looking for me? She shook her head. It's not me. Mr. Yoon is waiting for you upstairs. What? You couldn't digest the sudden words. Did she mean John Jungkook? She looked at Jonghan's car, leaf and cough lightly. Eva, what's your relationship with him? I mean, is he... You raised your brow with serious gaze, making her shut her mouth. Hey, it's not important. Go, Mr. John waiting for you for long. Wait, are you talking about John Jungkook? He went abroad for a business trip and came back suddenly. Why would he come into your company to wait for you? Who else it will be then? She rolled her eyes and pushed you into elevator. Then herself get inside. He had been waiting for a long time. Long time? Your brows knitted and are already, so you should hurry up. So he came after you left company to have lunch with Jonghan. Hyoyeon left you outside the office and went to her cabin. You stood there thinking of you should go in or not. It was clearly your office, but now you are hesitating to go in. You stood there in a daze for long and then sighed. Your fully consciousness and pushed open the door. Originally, you thought that you would be seeing man sitting there with his piercing gaze, but room was actually empty. Didn't she said that he would be inside the office? You walked in, roaming your eyes, thinking Hyoyeon must be lied to you. Just as you about to took another steps, door got closed, and before you could turn around, man's figure came front in a flash. He slammed you to the wall on the side and held your hands above your head.